Welcome back everyone to It's Not Easy Being Green Screen. And here's a pink screen, very pink indeed, with the Paul Shirley classic by Electric Dreams in 1986, Spindizzy. This is a great little game, this was. And it was even rebirthed for the Super Nintendo as Spindizzy Worlds as well. You play as the spinning top thing. It does have a name, I've forgotten what its name is. I do apologise. And essentially you've got to collect all the jewels through a maze of puzzles and balancing acts, ramps, trampolines, lifts and all that kind of stuff. It's essentially a isometric puzzle game where you're balancing this spinning top, which is like a scout craft. It is like a surveying craft of this world. That's the idea. And yes, you can select the map and everything else and rotate the isometric angle, the camera view, which is really cool and really handy as well at certain points. Collect the jewels, and the jewels give you extra time. Not fuel, that was Spindizzy Worlds, isn't it? Yes, they give you extra time, and you lose time every time you crash or fall off or destroy yourself or anything like that, or mess around with a ramp, which I'm doing now. And yes, it's in mode 1, in 4-colour mode to give it sort of like high-res sort of like look. And yes, and every screen sort of like has a different colour scheme. So it will switch from this quite nice green, red, white affair here, and then it will switch to a yellow and black, and there's one screen that's a pink and black, which is absolutely dreadful. So it's going to be interesting the way this fares in green, because each screen will be different. So maybe some of them will be not viewable. Oh, that one's blue and red and yellow. Wow. And I crashed there, flew off the ramp big style. Yes, so it's going to be very interesting to see what happens in green. I'm just going to demo a few screens here. So this one's nice and blue. So that's going to be quite dark, I'm imagining, green. A few enemies there. You don't want to touch those. Those drain your time. Big style. Right, we'll pause the game. I think around about here. And we will switch it to the green of hue. The hue of green. It's already quite green there. Whoa, okay, that's gone very green, isn't indeed. So we can't tell... In the green screen mode, of course, you can't actually tell whether the base colours, the colours themselves, are actually changing. So it'll be interesting to see how the way they look. Anyway, I know this next screen is blue. That's not... Wow! That hurt. Oh my word, that's bright. Crikey, oh blimey, let's get off that screen. I've just noticed that the colour of the spinning top is also changing as well. Because of course it would. Because that's marrying up with the colours for each individual screen, isn't it? Let's go into this one. That's kind of nice. That's kind of very... Ooh, that's kind of smooth, that. Very visual. There's a lift sequence here. So we're going to go along the edge just to go to this, back to this blue screen. Yes, very dark. I thought it would be very dark. Yes, indeed. Oh, I'm going to fall off the edge. Go over the edge. Along there and up the next ramp. No, it didn't have enough momentum. Whoops. Oh, and I've fallen off. Okay, let's go back to where I was. Sod it. So let's go up down here. And we'll do this lift sequence, see how it works. And we'll also switch the camera around as well, I think, here to demonstrate that and see how it looks. It's actually quite playable, to be fair, in green. It's not too bad. Because everything is quite big, brash, bold. There's very stark lines everywhere. Everything's pretty... I think it's obviously going to be pretty tricky to different the switches for the lifts. That might be tricky. I mean, they all have different patterns, so that does help. But sometimes they are colour-coded. And that's pretty useless when you're in green if they are colour coded. It's a guessing game when it comes to some of the switches, I would have thought. Let's get up this ramp, this lift even. Oh, don't fall off. Yeah, you know what? It's actually pretty playable in green. Actually quite tidy and smart, actually. A little bit easy on the eyes, apart from that sort of like glaringly bright screen earlier. I don't think there's much difference between this and the sort of like alternating colours. Like I said, apart from the fact that some of the switches for the lifts are colour coded, that might prove a problem. So switching the angle around there, by the way, let's just switch it around again. Lovely little effect, that. Really nice. Let's go back to the home screen and go a different route and see what happens. So let's just start centre of the maze. Let's go down to the south. Go this way. Long little trough. That's pretty clear. Whoa, that's bright. Well, okay, the track is very bright there. But, you know, again, the contrast is to the top, to your craft, to the spinning top, whatever it is actually quite clear. You can see the jewels clear. You can see, obviously, you can see that's a trampoline over there. We're going to try and bounce off that trampoline. I don't think it goes anywhere, that one. But you can get down to the ramp and you can bounce off that trampoline. So we're going to try that. I'm falling off a lot here, though. That's no good. I can't quite sort of pinpoint the end of the top there. I'm kind of losing it now and then in the brightness of the track. Okay, I'd say it was a little bit more difficult than in the colour. The colour is obviously deliberately a lot more contrasted to what you want to do. Let's go and bounce off this ramp. Ooh, overshot it. Let's try and bounce off it again. Boing. And you go, yep, go no. I knew it. It's going nowhere. It goes nowhere at all. Yeah, so you can imagine. So you can see what's going to happen here. Certain screens are going to look massively garish, too bright and tricky on the eyes. Some screens are going to look really, really pleasant, and there's going to be a little bit of confusion with the switches. But apart from that, good old Spindizzy would have fared well pretty in the green. But it's a double hard game, and I suppose giving it the green tinge gives it a little bit more difficulty. And we'll end it there. Thank you very much for watching this episode of It's Not Easy Being Green Screen. And I'll see you all next time. Novabug out. Hey, Novabug here. I do hope you enjoyed this video. Please support the channel by liking and commenting, and of course subscribing if you haven't already done. If you would like to support me further, please consider joining my bug army via Patreon. And also don't forget to follow me over at Facebook, Twitter, BitChute and Twitch. Finally, a special mention to my bug army generals Sam M and Sweet Nanook. Thank you everyone for supporting me. Novabug out.